How we doing out there today? Hey, Thomas, Julie, Timmy, Tommy, Gold, Joe. How's everybody doing? Hello, Discord. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody over in YouTube. Hello, X. Hello, Facebook. Welcome to my house. Thank you for being here. Today's date is November 19th, 2025. It is a Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Yeah, it is a Wednesday. So um, here we are. It's also, we've been talking about it, the great big day, NVDA earnings today. So get this mess over with and maybe trading can kind of pick up a little bit, get us a good trend going. Whether it's down or up, doesn't matter to me. Right now, oh, hey, look, I got to do this. All right, bear with me a sec, right there. Anybody that would like to take advantage of our Black Friday sale, it's 6 months free. Basically, you buy a year, 969 and a little bit of change, and then there's 6 months on there. So it's actually 18 months, averages out to about $53 a month. So and it's good for members as well. So if anyone wants to take advantage of that, hey, that'd be great. Hey, put your camera. This is something I just recently learned. I never knew. I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but I never really. I mean, I kind of knew about it, but I've never done it. But if you hold your camera up over that little square there and click the button. Don't worry, you're not buying it right there, but it takes you to the page for you to buy it if you want. So um, right there, you want to do that. I'm gonna drink some coffee while that sits there. There you go. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's get to work. All right, so there, I guess. So here we are. I drew this box in here on the SPY, and it goes from, this is a new moving average I put up on the charts. I won't keep it forever, but I have it up here now because a lot of charts, the price action is near that 100 period moving average right here. So we're above the 100 period moving average and below the 50 period moving average here on the SPY, same as the Qs. Um, Chopping around in here, there certainly can be some money made on charts, whether you're long or short. But as far as the market goes, it needs to do one of two things, and that is break out to the top side or break down to the bottom side. Otherwise, we're just going to chop along right in here. But like I say, there are trades to be had, and you could certainly make some money in there if you're careful. Mind your stops, take profits into strength. I think that would be very beneficial. Let me fix this. There we go. There we go. All right. Um, so uh, what I'm going to need to see here, and to be bullish, and it really doesn't matter whether NVIDIA ends up with approved earnings or not approved. What I mean by that is it doesn't matter whether they're good or bad or indifferent. The market has to approve those earnings. So we're going to have to get out of this trap. I'm going to call this a trap because, you guys, I follow the 3-8 trap. I also follow an 8-17 trap. And this is the same thing. All the trap is putting price in between two moving averages. And right now we're in a 5100 trap. So I'm going to need to see the bulls break out of here. And more than likely, you're going to see some sort of a test. And if that test proves good, then we may be good to go to retest these highs up here. But don't get me wrong. I'm not going to wait till we get way up there. I mean, if we start putting in some good candles in here, some good price action, I'm certainly going to go for it. Same with the short side. Okay. Now, today, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to do too much today because I'm a little bit concerned about NVIDIA. And what the concern is, it's lack of knowledge. I don't have the knowledge to know what the hell NVIDIA is going to do or how the market is going to read NVIDIA. So it's the unknown. I'm in some positions. I'm going to hold those positions. I am thinking about closing Walmart out or keeping Walmart. I'll decide that because it has earnings tonight, but I'll decide that as we go through today. So bottom line, SPY breakout, SPY breakdown. Qs pretty much the same way. Breakout, breakdown. Then we can do something. What we do also want to be careful of is say we get a move up we could be set up for another roll to the downside. I mean, that's what's happened over here, right? We went up, we went down, we went up to a lower high, and then we went, well, down to a lower low. And we could run up to a lower high and then lower low. So be careful those little traps in there. Pay attention to that price action, okay? Okay. Whew. What do we have? Speaking of NVDA, it's sitting right here on the 100-day period moving average. It's all about earnings. So Google is still acting very, very good here. It does need to break out. Looks a little toppy. It looks like the bears are kind of hanging out up there. You know, we just come up and bump the top, bump the top, bump the top, and pretty good. And I say pretty good bears because that's a pretty good candle to the downside. Here we tried 1, 2, and it just knocked us down, and even fell down with a gap to boot. A big old wick up here pulled back. So that would suggest that there's some pretty good sized bears up there. It would also suggest that if we break through, them some pretty good bulls that pop through those bears. Tesla's moving up. I'm looking to buy Tesla, or rather TSLL, the single stock ETF. But what I'm going to need is a little more proof Tesla is moving someplace. Now, with Tesla here, see blue. One thing I see is a low. We do have that high right there, and we do have the higher low. So if Tesla can move over this line right there, about 423.30, I think that just might be good to go, and that's where I'll be looking to buy some TSLL, and then Tesla can move up. I do believe Tesla goes higher. Just need to get that timing in there. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH, here we are pinched between that 50 period moving average and the 100 period moving average. We're also pinched between the 32.8 retracement, the 50% level. Being on top of that 50% level, I think is good. I think that's positive. That's in the neighborhood of, putting in a good little bottom and then trying to move up. So I'm looking at this as positive. I think this was a positive pullback here. Of course, NVIDIA can blow that. If the market doesn't like NVIDIA for whatever reason, then SMH is going to fall apart. If NVIDIA is liked by the market, then SMH should do pretty good off this level. We should take out that 337.85 and then maybe run up and touch that 349.78 level up here. Meta, I still maintain Meta might be a good buy down here for those looking to do a little bottom picking. I think we're in buy territory. Even if it falls down a little bit more, down to the 500 period moving average, which is 573.07, even down to there is good. So this whole area, I think Meta might be a good play. The RSP, if you follow the RSP, which kind of strips out those big mags in there, that has fallen down pretty low. We need to see that move up, and that would give us a little broader market move there. Amazon has come down. Amazon might be in buy territory. That's what I'm kind of looking for on Amazon, but I want to wait for that buy signal. And the buy signal for me is when price gets over the 8 EMA. That's my number one basic buy signal. Okay, it doesn't mean that I won't buy down here about it, but my number one best buy signal is when price is over the T line and the T line is over the trend indicator. What I will do is go to a 10-minute chart. I might buy it off a 10-minute chart based on that. Let's see what a 15-minute. See what an hourly. See if you look at the hourly, it's not there yet. And that's the one I really want. So if price was to move over that red dots with that black line, move over there, then the hourly would be the buy. I'm using the same structure. I'm using the same logic to buy into the chart. I just may be buying it on a different time frame. Let's go back to that daily. There we go. Microsoft sitting down here at the dotted deuce. The dotted deuce is nothing more than a modified 200 period moving average. That's all it is. We're sitting here. So if we were to get a little bullish, that's okay, fine. I think we're going to need to close over that trendicator area. So if we just right there, just looking at those red dots, that's what we need to close over. So if we start moving up, we need to get over that. It'll probably test. Then we could look at Microsoft long. Otherwise, this is a short right now. Price below the T line below the trendicator. We're underneath that 50 period moving average. It is a short until further notice. The notice will be when price tells us that it's changing. Apple, Apple's still kind of hanging right in there, maybe. um, so I'm holding some Apple here, and I mean Apple needs to kind of pick itself up. I see where Apple could drop just a little bit more here, and then maybe pop up. NVDA will probably play a role in what Apple does. Yeah, I imagine it will. And here's the transports. The transports are down. They're just sort of in no man's land down here. We could say there's a double bottom, and we can say that till we're blue in the face. But until you have price action to prove that that double bottom is, actually going to take off, um, then it's nothing more than a talking point is all it is. So we need to see that price action. All righty. I've got some questions up here. Let me see here. Bill, is there a time to start thinking with a bearish mindset and focus on the blue eyes? It fails. I would, yeah. Is there a time to start looking at, really start thinking about shorts? I would wait to see what NVIDIA has to say. But right now, the SPY is short. Okay, by my calculation, everything about it is short. It is not bullish. It's NVIDIA that could change it. Same with the Qs. Qs are short. So here's what I'm looking for. Get my pen out here. And there we go. What I'm looking for is the relationship between price and between that black line, which is the 8 EMA, and between those red dots or green dots when they're green. I'm looking for that relationship. And if price is below the 8 EMA and the 8 EMA is below those dots, we're bearish. Let's come over here for a minute. If price is above the 8 EMA and the 8 EMA is above those dots are green, I'm bullish. It's that simple. Okay. There's no reason to complicate it. I don't look at any RSI. I don't look at stochastics. I don't look at MACD. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't look at that stuff, but all the answers are right here in a very simple chart. Very, very simple. So right now, we're bearish. We are not bullish. Now, there are a lot of people thinking that we're going to bounce off this level, and we could. We absolutely could. And like I said early, we're going to need to break out over this box. And when we do, that'll take out what we call the trendicator, the red dots, and that'll turn them green. Then that would be that bullish sign. Great question, Bill. Thank you very much. Let's see, Roger, is there a place on the website to check out Black Friday special, like to do on a desktop? Check your email, Roger. I believe there was something sent email. But you know what? I'll make sure that's taken care of today. That's a good point. Good point. Thank you very much, Roger. All right. Let me see here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Daryl's looking at some XME. Let's take a look. Yeah. Okay. See XME. If just considering price, the T line trendicator, I'm bearish this chart. Okay. Now let's take a look at the price action. We've got a low, high, higher low. We can argue a double bottom here. Okay. What do we have? A possible reversal pattern, right? Trend wise, still bearish. Possible reversal pattern. So if price started to move over those dots, wouldn't that turn those dots green? That puts us in bear and bullish mode. I'm going to drop this line down to that high right there. And if we break out of that line, we're full blown 100% um, Texas Longhorn bullish is what we are. So we've got a low, high, double bottom, break out over that high. Let me draw that. I think it'll be more clear. Arrow, there we go. Low to high, double bottom or higher low. We break out right there. That's the new tradable bottom, but I know that people are going to buy in here. But that's the new tradable bottom. Above that, we're safe. You know, I don't mean. I mean, as long as we're up there, above that, we're good. If we close below, we want out of it. Okay, that's a nice chart. XME. Just flag that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. MP. Getting some word here that oh yeah, we're holding MP. Anybody that's holding MP, jump up and shout, say hooray. So congratulations. So here's a case where we're in a downtrend, and this is one that I did buy. I bought it on this breakout here. Looked like it was going to be good. It failed, and it's been a pain in my side ever since. But I kept it because that was just not right. I did not believe that that was going to turn bearish. There's just no way. We've got um, we've got a big move down. We were too oversold. We have a bullish engulf. We have a right here on our dotted deuce or modified 200 period moving average. We had a nice gap up, and the candles were organized moving down. And then we put in this hammer and then a couple of nothing candles, and now we're moving up. So I just didn't believe. So I've held this upside down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Won't be upside down today. And now it's starting to work. And here we go. So there's the 100 period moving average. What we're going to need to do is take out this top. Once we take out that top, then we've got a low, high, higher low, higher high. This will be the new bottom, and this will also bring in a new group of traders, a new type of traders that will pop us up to that 50 period moving average, and then that's my sweet spot up there, about 75 at that 50% retracement. So that all sounds great, but it's gonna require more move up. All right. Hey, way to go. Thanks, JW, for the alert on that. Appreciate that. Go, MP. Let's get her done. Let's see, GDX. Take a look at GDG, a G, a D, an X. Is setting up in a 3/8 trap. Well, yeah, very nice. 3/8 trap, low to a high, to a higher low, and we're working to that higher high. Nice 3/8 trap there. This is my favorite chart pattern. It's a 1, 2, 3 pattern, an ABC pattern. Some people call it a thunderbolt. There might be 100 other names for it. I don't know. But basically, it's a low to a high, to a higher low, or double bottom to a higher high. What I look for is this to be made. I don't particularly try to trade that. We can find that, and then I watch for this, and then I want to trade this. So it's up down trade for me. Up down trade. Up down trade. And it's like right here, up, down, trade, just like that. And then right here, up, down, trade, just like that. All right, what else do we have here? GDX. Oh, hey, Ed just posted in the room to remind everybody of the members e-learning this Thursday. That's tomorrow. And that's where you get a chance to see all three hit run candlesticks, right way options, BYOB, and we do some kind of training. We answer questions, look at charts, answer questions, just about anything you want. So, all this is for all members, including a trial. If you're there for a trial, come on in and And I'll go so far to say even those that are taking the 2-day pass can come in. I hope Ed doesn't stop. Don't say that. But we can maybe fix that. So even those taking the 2-day pass, whether your 2-day pass will hit on Candlesticks right way options or BYOB, you can come in on Thursday. So, hey, Julie, good morning. Thank you, Roger. Julie gave you a link there. Thank you very much, Julie, for your help. Much appreciated. Hey, Daryl. Let's take a look at some fresh. RSH. Yeah, right. No E. SH. There we go. Look at that. This is setting up as a rounded bottom breakout. It's not perfect just yet. We need the 8 and the trend indicator to move over the 50, but man, it sure looks good here, doesn't it? So we've got a very nice bottom. Here's a low. We rallied to that high. Look, I know we came lower, right? But can we call that a double bottom? We don't want to throw the good boys and girls out with the bad ones. And really, we don't want to throw bad ones out. And here we've broken out of the top of the W here. Very nice up. And now we're flagging down toward that 50 period moving average into that 3-8 trap area. That's a nice chart. Let's flag that. Earnings not till February, and right up here to the dotted deuce area, which is one of my main targets, is about 7.5%, and then up to the 200 period moving average is about 16%. That's a very nice trade. Thank you very much. Let's see, light. LITE. Is that like light beer? That's not like light beer. Nice J hook breakout coming, maybe, right? It's not quite a breakout. It is a little wicky up here, gives me some concern, but a nice little gap right in here. Nice up. There's your down. There's your trade road right there. For me, this is pretty wicky up here. So just watch, make sure you got your stop in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 days up. Might be getting a little high, but and what could happen is we could just settle down, say in this area, settle down right in here, maybe pull back, uh, build some consolidation, which would be some strength, bring some money in, and then maybe pop to the upside. So it may not be a rocker right away, but maybe in a few days. Thanks, Mr. Goodson. Appreciate it. NG. NG is one I'm holding, and hey, we're finally in NG, right? I've had it for some time here, and it kept coming up to this 61.8 line here. I'm sorry, yes, 38.2 from the bottom, or 61.8 from the top. It kept coming up to that and just stopping several days here, and we're finally breaking out. So now it looks like we're on our way to that 50% retracement, which is I love this line. That's the target my eyes look at. That's what I want. I always want that. And that's looking pretty good. So we're looking another 3% away. I can't say I'm going to close it when it gets there, but I may take some profits out of it. Let's see, JW, PPTA. Just a minute over there from YouTube, Facebook, and X. I'll get over and look at you guys. I haven't forgot you, okay? Somebody mentioned this. JW, was it you yesterday? I think you mentioned PPTA. Look at that thing gapping up. Nice call on that. I think it was you. Way to go. So, if somebody says, hey, I want to trade PPTA, I don't think I would chase the price right here. But what I would maybe is focus on the chart if you like it. And, here we have that move, don't we? That first move. This move's hard to catch sometimes. You've got to be a buyer down here, and that's you have to be sort of a guesser as well. And that's okay. A lot of people do it. Thank you for the people that do it. Because now maybe what we want is a little rest, whether it happens today or maybe tomorrow, a little rest. And then what we're going to look for is that next move, right? Up, down, money. Up, down, money. That's what I like to look for. Up, down, money. So, this is where I like to say, if you utter these words, man, I wish I would have bought that. That right there is the chart you want on your watch list. This is the one you want on your watch list. And then set your watch list up to be alerted for, say, a 3-8 trap or just a pullback, something like that. If you need help setting an alert up in your chart, maybe we can help you. But yeah, that's super. That's super. That's watch list material for me. Thank you. NEO, that's buy right now. NEO is a buy. We're setting up in that 3-8 trap right now. We're up a little Morningstar type setup, type candle pattern. Those 3 candles. We're consolidating. Nice wick. We're up in the 3-8 trap. Close enough for me anyway. And yeah, NEO is a buy. AU. Take a look at AU. See, this is another one of these possible J hooks coming up. Possible J hooks. There's our 1-2 money. The money shot. What could happen? And I'm saying this because we're at this top here, right? What could happen is we run up and then we consolidate a little bit and then go. So I wouldn't chase it. I wouldn't particularly chase it, but I sure would have it on that watch list, waiting for the setup that meets your requirements. Now, for somebody that doesn't care if it consolidates, it's a buy now. I mean, if you can handle some pain, buy it now. Let's see, UNG. Yeah, I think a lot of people are buying some UNG, and I can see why. It looks good. UNG is a rounded bottom breakout. I've got a lot going on that chart, don't I? Wow. Let's get rid of this right here. Let's get rid of these things right here. We don't need those. There we go. There, that cleans it up. Next target up for me would be around 1550, and then you've got the 200 period moving average. After that, you're going to have the 500 period moving average and 50% retracement. You've got a lot to chew through here to get to that. So right now, let's take it one step at a time. Right up there, 6%, around 1550. Thank you. Also, this morning I looked at Boyle to go along with that. Look at Boyle here. Boyle might be one to peek at as well. Sitting right on that 100 period moving average as well as the trend indicator, crossing up to the T line. Boyle to the 200 is 41%. That's just smoking hot. That's nice. AMCR. There we go. Another rounded bottom breakout. It's flagged out, and that looks good. The dotted deuce and the 100, they're lined up perfectly here. See how we failed up there? To me, that's a perfect chart. We rallied up to the moving average we want it to, the first one. We want it to fail right here. We really do. And then it pulls back. It becomes set up for a buy right now. And now we're going to look to break through, because I find that price will fail that the first time. And then we can start looking at it. And then the 50 period or 200 period moving average target. That's another very nice chart. AMCR. Wow, that's a nice chart. Thank you. Let's see, UNG, is that right? Oh, okay, we'll try something else. All right. Over here on YouTube, Facebook, and X, I want to thank you guys very much for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Okay. So, there you go. I lost you there for a minute. So let's see what you guys have to say. Again, thank you so much for being there. Hey, remember, if you're in my YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up if you would. If you like, if you're here and you're listening, you must like it. If you don't like it, well, don't be here, okay? So if you're here, give me that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. That's very helpful to grow the channel. Same with Facebook or X. Would appreciate that, okay? Facebook and X, please feel free to post charts. Put your comments in there. Yeah. I see there, Julie. Yeah, thank you. I see you there. Thanks. Make the chart bigger. Okay, I think it is. Let's see. Hot Stocks is looking at VXX long. There is that possibility. Okay. It's really simple. If the market likes NVIDIA, no, no, not long. If the market does not like NVIDIA, then yes, long. Uh, I hate to say it, and I think it's horrible that one stock is so doggone big that it controls the entire market. NVIDIA is its own market, and it will whip this market around like nobody's business. So if the market likes NVIDIA, VIX is probably going to pull back a little bit. The fear will be taken out of the market. If the market does not like NVIDIA, then absolutely long VXX here. So uh, let me know what you decide to do or what your plans are. We appreciate it. Let's see. You think if we break six, let's go to the SPY. If we break 659.12, we can go 659. If we break 659.12, we can go to test 654. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, if we see any weakness, I think we're basically going to test the 100 period moving average down here myself. So yeah, if we see weakness here, yeah, I agree there. Um, let's see, literally, I don't know what stock we're talking about, but literally is a tech company. But I like what you're thinking. Yeah, I'm not sure what you. Oh, light. I see light. There we go. No, maybe that's not what I see. Lite. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Light's a communication company. Communication's actually doing pretty good right now. But yeah, it can go higher. It just needs to get through these wicks. And I see this 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, and I don't like those. So it needs to prove it can get through them. Good morning, Yarmela. Is that right? I hope I said that right. Yesterday, you were asking for trend indicator. You were asking for trend indicator for Thinkorswim. Yeah, if somebody has the setup to create the trend indicator, red dots, green dots, and everything for Thinkorswim, if you could pass along, be glad to do that. I'll look and see if the room, if anybody has it. Okay, and I'll get it posted out here tomorrow. NVTS. There we go. NVTS. So short, yeah. Um, I would look at it closing below the current candles here. That's one thing I would look at. And then but yeah, that's what I would look at. But right now it is short by every measure that I might look at, it's short. Um, Trend indicator is down. T line is below the trend indicator. Price is below the trend indicator. Trend matters. Trend is moving down. So to be long, trend has to change. So one would assume that the current trend will stay this trend until it's no longer a trend. So yeah, short. But now let's stop and look. Could we have some buyers step in at these levels? We could have. And if that happens, watch for it to move up. And then if we get a sell signal up here, it might be a better short for you. Again, let's see what NVIDIA does. Okay. Let's see what NVIDIA does. So there we are. Let's see, William, SLV targets. Well, I've already got lines on that. We've already hit the 47.40 target. There's the 48.34 target, and there's the 49.25 target. And if you want to stretch, there's a $50.07 target on that. Let's see, where are you, William? GLD, GLD, yeah, there they are. There's the sweet spot right there, 50% retracement. Right there is the 387.52. and right there's 39.78 or 33.92.78, and so on. Okay. AMPY, a cheapy 3/8 trap. There you go. Little $5 chart hanging around at the 500 period moving average. There's your thrust, there's your rest, and there's your money. Now let's do that again. There's your thrust, there's your rest, and there's your money right there. There we go. Thrust, rest, money. TRM. Thrust, rest, money. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's about that time. All right. Hey, I want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Remember, members e-learning tomorrow. It starts at noon. Remember our Black Friday sale. BYOB as well as Right Way Options also has a sale. But if you're interested in the hit run candlesticks, 18 months averages out to about 53 bucks. Love to have you here. Okay. It's also open to members, so members aren't, for those that it might work for. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Members, we'll see you at the bottom of the hour. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Remember those thumbs up. Appreciate it. Take care.